WrestleMania Saturday is now officially in the books. Did it cook? Was it unseasoned? Without further ado, if you're watching this channel, you know your boy, it's your boy D. And without further ado, let's get into it. All right, first matchup we're going to talk about tonight was the first match on the card, the 6-man tag match. The Usos and LA Knight defeat Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and IShowSpeed. Match was cool. The match was everything we all thought it would be. I was very happy that the celebrity match went first. The Usos got the win, so the Usos and LA Knight were not buried. I liked that. I enjoyed that. The tag team titles weren't on the line, so we kind of all knew what was going to happen. They kept it simple and stupid. They didn't overcomplicate it. And then at the end, Speed was always halfway in, halfway out with the vision anyway. And Speed got to have his WrestleMania moment. He did a big frog splash at the end of the match to Logan Paul through the table. It was huge, and it was such a great moment for IShowSpeed. That moment will definitely be going viral. Shout out to IShowSpeed, man. You can tell, no matter what, I know he's a celebrity and all that, but you can tell IShowSpeed really went out there and he really put in the pain to learn how to be a wrestler. And I give him that credit, and I really hope to see him back. I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see IShowSpeed in the Royal Rumble next year. Is it possible? I really hope so. So, shout out to IShowSpeed. All right, next matchup we're going to go down through is the unsanctioned match between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. Honestly, one of my favorite matches of the night. They got after it tonight. I really enjoyed this match a whole lot. Jacob Fatu is a dog, bro. Like, tonight, he did genuinely give, and this crowd was dead as hell. Crowd was ass cheeks. But honestly, I can't be mad at the crowd. Why? Because they didn't really give us that much. I ain't gonna lie to you. But more importantly, the ticket sales and this whole build to WrestleMania, the crowd reflected that. If I'm being completely honest, it was a whole reflection of that. But with that being said, Jacob Fatu showed me that like he truly can be a dog in this company. I thought him and Drew McIntyre really did their thing. They brought the physicality. I really enjoyed this match. I'm not gonna lie to you. And more importantly, the best part about it, it put Jacob Fatu, for me, in the main event title picture. I think it's time, especially with what happened in the main event. We'll talk about that in a second. I think it's time for Jacob Fatu to really get another storyline for him to sink his teeth into, because I think he showed out tonight, and I was really proud of Jacob Fatu. All right, next matchup on the list we had was the Women's Tag Team Championship match. We had Charlexa, we had Nia Jackson, Last Legend, we had Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, and we had Brie Bella and Paige, because Nikki Bella was still injured from her ankle injury. This was the biggest moment of the night. Shout out to Paige making her WWE return. And I talked about it yesterday. I broke the news. And I want to say something to PW Insider or whoever Fightful, whoever leaked this news. You are an asshole. Because even though Paige still got a huge reaction, probably one of the loudest reactions of the night, if we really keeping it funky and keeping it tall, yo, if nobody knew Paige was coming out, that would have been a crazy pop. But, of course, somebody had to screw it up. Anyway, I digress. The match is cool. The match is actually really cool. It was short as hell, but really cool. But there was a moment that was bigger than the match. And the moment that was bigger than the match was Paige. Paige represents a true generation. And honestly, Paige never got to fight Charlotte as the queen. Paige never really got to fight Becky as the man. Paige never really got to fight any of these people. And like, that's the interesting thing about all of this. I really enjoyed this match. I really enjoyed the program that they worked together. I want to see Paige. I wonder where they go now with Brie Bella and Paige as your tag team champions. I probably believe that, honestly, they'll probably lose that titles. Maybe even tomorrow. Dare I say. Maybe they go the Becky route with Paige. It's possible. But I definitely would not mind seeing Paige go after Becky Lynch. Which brings me to the Women's Intercontinental title match. Becky Lynch has defeated AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. I thought AJ Lee had a really good entrance tonight. I really loved her entrance coming out with what I actually found out was a lot of it was her family. Her skipping out to the ring in front of all those people, really getting her singles match at WrestleMania. I thought that was a beautiful touch. I thought that was a beautiful moment. This match was short as hell. I don't know what they were doing. This match was so short. They didn't give AJ or Becky time to really cook for real. And I didn't enjoy that because you've been telling the story for like 8 months and like they only get like 8 minutes. Fucking, what is we doing? It just didn't cook because it didn't get enough time to cook. Okay, so like I really wish that they got more time. The right person won. Becky Lynch won. AJ is probably gonna ride off into the sunset, maybe for a little while, not long. But I will say this, AJ, I really hope you come back soon because there are a lot of people, a lot of women I think you really need to get your hands on and sink your teeth into and continue to tell more stories. I really do hope you come back, AJ, because I really think you put on. Shout out to Becky Lynch. The man is a 3-time Intercontinental champion. Let's see where we go from here. Next on the list, Gunther had defeated Seth Rollins in the match of the night, and it ain't close. I don't know, Seth Rollins' entrance was gas. The best entrance of the night, in my opinion, goes to Seth Rollins. And more importantly, Seth Rollins was wrestling like a man possessed. Seth Rollins showed up as a superstar tonight. He didn't show up just as like I'm a wrestler and I work hard. He showed up as a true superstar, a true name who's expanding, growing. His marketing was there. He's really showing out, and I'm so proud of Seth Rollins. Like, he did his thing tonight. Gunther, this match was very tough. It was booked on short notice, and most importantly, we didn't know really who was going to win. It's probably the only match we didn't know who was going to win. And then you heard those dogs barking. Braun Breaker has returned, which was perfect because that gives Seth something to do without being in the title picture. It makes sense. I'm happy to see where Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker go from here. And now Gunther can call in a specific favor to a very specific advocate who is seen at the end of the match, which is Paul Heyman. And just know, Gunther, don't get your ass whooped by the beast. That's all I'm going to tell you right there. All right, the Women's World Championship match, Stephanie Vaquer versus Liv Morgan. Stephanie Vaquer's entrance was tough, and she had like kind of like the confetti rose petals or whatever that was that fell down were fire. I actually really like Stephanie's entrance. I thought it was dope. This match was cool. Again, I wish it had more time. I wish the run-ins between the Judgment Day had more time. But I'm gonna tell you the real W of the night. Did y'all see Roxanne Perez? Did you see Roxanne Perez tonight? Good God, that woman looked scrumptious tonight. So she was my main. She was my MVP of the night. I'll be damn sure. But I really enjoyed this match. I really thought like it was a really good match. Okay. I really enjoyed this match. I really liked it. It was too short. In my opinion, it was too short. But this match was cool. And Liv Morgan is now your women's world champion. And one thing that says to me, we are all in trouble. That came out as her new entrance. She popped out with the dance, the choreography. I don't know what the hell Corey Graves was doing on the post show. I hope I never got to see that again. I tell you that much. But Liv deserved to win. Now we have Liv truly being showcased and shown off as a true superstar, which made me very excited for her to have that moment and for her to continue to rise and shine and glow as she rightfully deserves. It was the perfect moment and the perfect person to win that title. So shout out to Liv Morgan. We are all now in trouble. Next, John Cena came out to announce the attendance. Bianca Belair came out. I said, oh shit, we back? She hit me with the psych. Bianca Belair announced that she is pregnant, and I'm so happy for her. Go start a family. Go, come on now. Like, we ain't ever gonna hate or discriminate on Bianca Belair, especially having a child, bringing a beautiful baby in this world. Congratulations to her and Tez. Honestly, that might be one of the best moments of the night. Shout out to them. That's a beautiful story. Shout out to Bianca Belair. Now, the main event, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Here's a hot take alert. It was the worst match of the night. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton might be the worst match of the night. This match was exactly like the feud. It was dog water. They moved so slow, and I really want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Is Randy Orton really hurt? If Randy Orton is hurt, I'll be able to live with that. Randy Orton's back really has been giving him issues, so they couldn't do everything that they were promised of. I'm cool with that. If not, oh hell no. Like, this match was dirt. Like, here's the one thing I will give them. Here's one thing I gotta say about WWE, Triple H, and all of them. The way they got rid of Pat McAfee tonight, then the way they did the whole thing with Jelly Roll, how they kind of like wiped them away early. They've been listening to Busted Open, because your boy listens to Busted Open on Sirius XM. And they deadass said that word for word. But it didn't work. And that's okay. It just didn't work. And like the chemistry, Cody Rhodes was wrestling like a heel, didn't really make sense at all. They had one sequence where Cody tried to put him in a single leg Boston Crab. It looked so bad. Like, it bothered me. I was like, what are we doing here? Like, this is not the WrestleMania main event. This felt like Saturday night's main event. That was one of the biggest problems. I said, oh no, this is bad. Like, and then once the match starts to pick up a little, Randy goes for the RKO on the Cody was going for like the super Cody cutter. Randy turned it into the RKO. It was a ref bump, of course. And then Pat McAfee comes back down with a referee shirt. Gets only a 2 count. Randy Orton RKOs Pat McAfee. Then Cody Rhodes, Crossroads Randy Orton, 1, 2, 3. This Randy Orton, this heel Randy Orton, is supposed to be like 09 Randy Orton. We're talking Crossroads 1, Crossroads 2, Crossroads 3. We didn't even get that. The only thing they gave us in this match was blood. And the blood they gave us was ass. This is my raw reaction. I'll probably do a video tomorrow to give you like a whole dissection of it. Raw reactions off top, only seen it once. Not good. Not good. No. And then you talk about the ending. Randy Orton hits him with a championship, and then he punts him in the head. It's like, okay, cool. Now we're going to Backlash. And I'm going to be front. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be honest. I was really hoping and looking forward that I would be proven wrong about this feud. I told y'all from the jump, if you've been watching, I didn't give a shit about this feud at all. Didn't care. They only told me in my mind I was right. This feud is dog water. This is not a feud 20 years in the making. Nobody was looking forward to this feud 20 years ago. Not a soul. This was nobody's dream match 20 years ago. Not even 10. Like, come on now, bro. I'm sorry. But we're here, and I'm going to say this. Now that Cody Rhodes has retained that title, if they have a rematch and Cody wins again, what this means is Cody Rhodes should be squashed. And I mean squashed by one person. And that one person is Brock. I'm sorry. That one person. It's not Brock Lesnar. That one person is Oba Femi. I think Oba Femi should beat Brock Lesnar tomorrow. And as a Brock Lesnar fan, that fucking hurts. But I truly do believe Oba Femi should go on to SummerSlam, win King of the Ring, go on to SummerSlam, face Cody Rhodes, and whip that ass. That's just me. Now, that is the end of day one WrestleMania. What did you guys feel about it? How'd y'all feel? Let me know in the comments below. I thought it was kind of cheeks, but we got Sunday to look forward to tomorrow, which I'm very excited, and I think everybody's excited. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And it's been your boy D, Forever Gag, and until forever for you, meet you.